I'm reading this book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down. Thanks to Mike the Shar for the joke, and welcome to Shave&Butcher, the YouTube channel. A bit tired today. I think it was all the CrossFit I did. Well, my wife says it's called croissant, and I'm tired because I had 8 of them, but whatever. Going to shave today with a soap that I really enjoy. Just got this from my friend Stefan. This is LL Grooming's Darkfall, and Darkfall exists still today in the new basis that Declaration Grooming has. That's the new name of the company. So I bought this secondhand. There's a bit of it left. Just push down and you can see it makes a bit of a dent. It's pretty soft soap. This is my 3rd or 4th LL Grooming or Declaration Grooming soap. Really interesting scents on all of them. Heavier, spicier type scents. So will be good. I've shaved with this soap twice now and really like it. Brush is just going to warm it up. It's been soaking because it's a natural hair brush. It is Badger. It is 28 millimeter. And it's a Paladin. It's called Winston. Quite nice, and I like the way the resin looks. It's graphite looking, and select Badger, whatever. So yeah. I've been doing lives for a bit. Yesterday with Frank Strömberg, the day before with Matti in the Facebook group Lather and Blade, and it's fun. It's interesting doing lives. It's different kind of show monkey to the nonsense we do on the YouTube channel. But I like it. It's dynamic. It has a bit more nerve because it's live, and if you mess up, you mess up in front of people, usually about 6 who are watching, but still. Putting the lather from the container onto the skin, not to lose anything. So no prep today. I had a shower a few hours ago and I put on a lotion, so the skin should be pretty well prepped and pretty clean anyway. So we'll see how this goes. So this scent is interesting. Darkfall. So it's quite spicy. And it has a bunch of wooden notes in it. If you read the description, it has different kinds of woody notes, including birch, which is interesting. I haven't seen that anywhere else. But it's spicy more than woody, and there's a smokiness in it, I find. This soap is, the container is probably 4 years old or something, according to Stefan. So it's been around, but the scent is still there. The quality of the soap in terms of performance is still there. 4 years is nothing for a good soap. 4 years is the new 2 years. So putting quite a bit of moisture into the toothpaste sort of soap lather I had on. I like to start off dry, quite dry, and then go wetter and wetter. Sometimes you put too much moisture in it and then you kind of ruin the quality of the lather, and you just have to start over and add more soap. If that happens, it happens. There shouldn't be much prestige in lathering, really. If you make a video, it's cool if you make it good straight away. But if you don't, you don't. So you could see I had pretty dry soap on the face. I put an enormous amount of water on it to the point where it was translucent and runny, etc. All I do is work that in again, and it's dry. It's interesting. And you could call that, you know, obviously the more mass of soap that you have, the more water you're going to have to put in. But also a lot of soaps I like act like this. Most soaps do, not all of them. And it's interesting. It just keeps growing the lather. Well, that's not true either, because some lathers grow in volume when you put more water into them. You can see, you know, it's wet again, really wet. I'm going to do the same thing, all while I'm enjoying the scent. So I don't know, it's got some African thing over it. I'm a huge romantic for Sub-Saharan Africa. I've been, where did you go? Oh, yeah. It's like, I was thinking about that movie. What's it called? Something about Mary, Cameron Diaz, Ben Stiller, and what's his name? Can't remember. Okay, so now we got it really wet. So something, got soap in my mouth. Something about Africa. Not quite spot on, but Africa is spicy. Earth smells in a certain way. I've been mainly in West Africa, so Ghana, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, where the dirt is red, and it has a scent, and it's not quite this, but there's something reminding me of that, and wood, and something I used to ship out of Ghana as a fuel, something called palm kernel shells. That's a waste product for making palm oil. Yeah, palm oil is not very good, but this was the waste. Get over yourselves. Okay, we'll go with that. I think we're pretty good. But it also has more spice, so if I let my imagination run, I go north to Morocco, where I've been quite a bit too. All of this is in business. I've been to Casablanca in particular, but also Marrakesh, the Arbeida. Razor is Shave&Butcher. What is this? About 7/8. It's a wedge. It's very wedgy. Has a lot of pitting on it. It's got a barber's notch to make it easier for the barber to open it up in the lining of his pocket. It's got original scales made out of horn and lead inlays. And it's kind of falling apart, but I love this thing, so keeping it, but I am continuing to shave with it because I think you should. Shaving stuff you love, you should use them. I mean, this is easily 150 years old, probably quite a bit more, and if it survived this long, you know, it deserves to be used, not be kept away. And it's not like I'm gonna ruin it now when it survived for so long. So you saw how much water I put in. If you watch me regularly, you know that I like a lather that falls off the razor by gravity. So it did, it took a while. So it's 2 percentage points drier than the optimum for me. But it's pretty perfect. So I really enjoy this scent. It really is. It makes my imagination run, which is good. A soap which is just fresh and smelling of citrus doesn't do that very much. although Sorrento Moon Soups does a bit, but it's because the pitch and the description of the soap from the maker is so good. So you can compensate an ordinary scent by a good story, apparently. So the other soaps from Declaration Grooming, LL Grooming, that I've tried were Original, which was one of my first artisan soap. I used that one up. It's one of the few soaps I've emptied. Lovely, spicy little thing. Then it's Gratio League Square, which is such a punch to the face in terms of scent. It's designed to smell like the market where you sell leathers. So sort of Canadian skin hunters and skin traders moved south and went to Louisiana or New Orleans, can't remember, to sell the skin. You can imagine the scent on that. Very strong, very interesting. Yeah, very skillful scent making, and this one too. This is very refined. It's elegant. It's not like a perfume or a cologne. It is like a soap slash what do you call that? Incense. When you got stuff burning in your to make your room smell nice. It's more that, but it's very well crafted, and the performance of the soap is magnetic. You know me, I rarely complain about performance of soaps. I'm not picky at all, but this one is really good. I didn't do a perfect job this evening, lathering up. Happens, you know. If you take infinite time, you get it right. If you're stubborn. I didn't. I got a lather that is 98% perfect. So, for me, sort of average. There you go. Got shitloads left. Taking some of it out just to play around with. You can see it's nice and peaky. Just putting a bit more on there, playing around with it. Why not? Quite a few people have a face wash with the remainders of the soap. I don't, because I have a face wash before the shave, so it's clean before I start cutting in it. No? Okay, one thing I've been pondering is whether or not I should do a live shave on YouTube. So please comment if you think that'd be interesting. You can, I think you can make comments. No, maybe not, I'm not sure. I've never done a live shave. Maybe you can't make comments. But might be interesting to try out. I would do a shave, I wouldn't just talk. So let me know if that's interesting. Let me know if you know that it's possible to make comments like you can on Facebook and Instagram. This razor is cool. Never dies, never goes dull. I've had it properly owned by Niklas Gudmundsson once. After I polished it, I did a lot of work on it because it was rusty. Hell. So he set the bevel and everything, and then I've had it touched up once, I think. It just keeps going. it's still sharp and it's still very much a wedge. You know, wedges are dumb razors. No flex, no thought to it. It's up to you to do a proper job. It is always, obviously, but it's maybe more than usual with a wedge. You need the patience as well. Patience to understand that the razor is doing a good job and you're having a good shave. The result will be good, even though it feels very different from a hollow razor where you get so much feedback. You kind of know it's going to be good. With this one, you know afterwards if it was good. So you have to trust the process. Bit of a weeper there. It's good. Weepers mean we're trying. Weepers sometimes mean you've got a bump or a spot. I don't think I did. It's probably proper blood drawn. This is one of the prettiest razors I have. But I want a new one now. I was, what was I doing? Yeah, I was doing a live with Frank yesterday. And we had framebacks, both of us, Japanese framebacks, lovely things. And then David Gonzalez commented, So Sharp David on YouTube, he commented that he had in his possession a newly made frameback made by Joe Edson, so Edson Razors on Instagram. So I checked that out and boy, that man makes pretty razors. So I emailed him, I fear in vain, saying, you know, are you gonna make any more frameback razors? Because he had, God, I should know. I think he was mixing metals and he was mixing copper with carbon steel. I'm not sure if I got that right. I should check, but it was beautiful. There's something about mixing metals that is interesting because they look different, they behave different, they have different colors. So, yeah. Looked expensive, those razors, though. But that's something I'd be ready to save up for. I think we're good. I think we are good. I wanted to touch on something that someone said. Yeah, it was CDB, who always drinks his. Sorry. I'm gonna rinse first. So rather warm rinse to get the soap out and the skin clean, then cold, change to cold, because it feels good and it closes up little weepers like this and it's just good. Ah, brilliant. Very good shave. Yeah, so Chris was saying, I want my beer cold, not warm like the Europeans do. Drink their beer cold, warm. Going with Urban Viking from OSP, the obsessive soap perfectionist, James out of the UK. I have the soap as well. This is inspired by, and I always forget to check, it's a Dior scent called Sauvage or Eau Sauvage. I think maybe Eau Sauvage. It's absolutely lovely and it's a good tonic, which I should have shaken more, I realize. It's a beautiful scent, perfect for the evening when I don't want to put a perfume on, and it does a good job, you know. It's an astringent, I think. Feels like it. I'm going to put a balm on in a while, because why the heck not? Why shouldn't you? Okay, so beers. So it's not like Europeans drink all beer. That was a ghost thing, Scott, wasn't there? Saw it. Lager, Pilsner, Biesbier, stupid beer. Everybody drinks cold because it's refreshing. It's a detail. It's a nonsense thing. You can drink cold water, but you drink lager because it has a bit of alcohol and it has a slight taste of something different than tap water. Not much, but a little bit. If you drink proper beer, and I'm being a bit posh here, but if you drink ales and stouts, you can't have those at refrigerator temperature, because what a cold temperature does with a beer is two things. If the beer has carbon dioxide gas, what do you call it? The bubbly things, carbon acid. There was another one. I don't know what it is, Scott. Then you get more of it in a unit of beer if the beer is very cold. So you get more bubbles, which is, you know, why would you want that anyway? Just, but okay, you know, each to their own. The other thing the cold does to any beverage or food is that it takes the taste away. So in a Budweiser or a Stella Artois, you want them as cold as possible, mainly so you don't have to taste them, right? I mean, I'm not playing that. Plus, you want them cold because you want them to be really refreshing. If you're drinking a good beer like an ale or a stout, you can't have them too cold because then you can't taste them properly. So if they're served too cold, I warm the glass up and wait for a while if I can. So they should be served at about 12 degrees, which is, I can't remember in Fahrenheit, 54, I think. So refrigerator is 5 degrees. That kills basically all the taste. At room temperature, 23 Celsius for your reference if you're on Fahrenheit or Kelvin. Who's on Kelvin? More people should be on Kelvin. That's a cool measurement of temperature. So that's it. So it's not like we drink a poor beer like Budweiser warm, because that would be horrible, because you would actually feel the taste of the beer, or a Stella for that matter. I've been hard on CDP for a few days. Sorry, I've lived in Belgium, and I had a friend who had a poster of a horse. I don't know why it was a horse. The horse was drinking Jupiler, which is another Biesbier, a lager beer, and pissing Stella. So that's what I was brought up with. So it's funny. I'm sure it's good. But anyway, that's a very confusing story about warm European beer. It's not warm, and it's just properly tempered, and it has the correct temperature for the type of beer that it is. End of story. Have a great Sunday if you're watching it on Saturday evening or Sunday morning. Otherwise, have a great whatever. It's been good hanging out with you. Thank you for joining. Let me know if you want a live, and I'm not going to do a recap. Go back and see what I watched if you missed something, or put something in the comments and I'll answer it. But thanks for watching. Take care. See you soon and stay sharp.